Yes, I'm wearing my Bama gear today for two reasons. Number one, because this game reminded me of the Bama-Auburn game for 2013 with, of course, the ending of the game being so gut-wrenching. And even with this loss that the Bills suffered today, nothing will ever top what happened in 2013 and how I felt. But this came pretty close to it. The second reason is because I just didn't feel like putting on the Bills gear. Not today, not after the effort that we put up there on the football field. And I just didn't feel like doing it this week or after this game. So, yes, the Bills lose with a second left to DeAndre Hopkins in a Hail Mary pass with three Bills defenders out of position, and DeAndre Hopkins ends up making a catch. So, I'm going to congratulate the Arizona Cardinals and their fan base. Those guys did a phenomenal job fighting back in the second half. Even when the Bills were up 23-9, they just kept fighting. Defensively, they played really, really well in the second half. I did not expect this game. Well, I did expect this game to be a very, very close game, but the way that the Bills were controlling it, I don't even know why I had my hopes up. I mean, the Bills do this every single week where we play 2 quarters of football, we let off in the third quarter, and in the fourth quarter, we don't show up until like the last 4 to 5 minutes in the game. But even with this effort, this offense didn't show up in the fourth quarter until the last minute and 50 seconds. But I got to give my just due. Kyler Murray's a monster. He's a beast. They had a pretty good running attack with Edmonds and Drake. And again, DeAndre Hopkins, he just played one hell of a game. So I got to, again, he's arguably the best receiver right now in the game, and he definitely proved it after today's performance. So, looking at what's happening outside right now with the thunderstorms and with the hard wind, it's very ironic that such ugly, shitty weather happened today with the way that the Buffalo Bills performed today in Arizona. The Bills played great in the first half. Defensively, we only held the best offense in football to 9 points. It felt like we were getting after the quarterback. We didn't stop the run really well, but we forced turnovers. It seems like we applied a lot of pressure to Kyler Murray, and offensively, we looked really well. Again, we didn't have the stellar effort. We didn't have the stellar performance as we did against the Seattle Seahawks, but still, it was a good enough performance where we were capitalizing in all different facets. I got to give a huge credit to Tyler Bass today, man. He played the best game of his life. Again, I've been very, very hard on Bass, but he played a really good game, kicking field goals. From I think he had 3 50-yard kicks, including the 50-yard field goal that he had. So I got to give a lot of credit to Tyler Bass. He played his ass off today with the field goals. But Bills fans, for all the Bills fans out there that kind of criticize me for going too hard on the Buffalo Bills, for them, I've been one of the hardest Bills critics, I will admit it. But there's a reason why I am. Because every week, the Bills play phenomenally well in the first half. They take off in the third quarter, and they don't show up until the last 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. Do you see why? Do you realize now why I go that hard on the Bills? Do you finally realize it? Because this is the result you're going to get when you play 3 quarters of football. This is the result that you're going to get every single fucking time. The Bills' offense played like absolute dog shit in the third quarter. I don't want to hear any excuses. Yes, this defense cost us a game. So if you want to blame that defense for what they did the last 30 seconds, that's fine. Leslie Frazier deserves the blame. Those players deserve the blame. But they don't deserve a majority of the blame. You know who deserves the majority of the game? Brian Dable and this offense. Sean McDermott. And also Sean McDermott as well, because of the lack of fucking discipline that this football team had out there today. Sean McDermott, we always talk about discipline when it comes to Sean McDermott. He's always the first one to say that this is a disciplined football team. Well, the last 3 weeks, we've accumulated more than over 6 penalties in almost every fucking game in the last 3 to 4 games of our schedule. 9 fucking penalties. Blocking the back. Holding. False starts, offsides, pass interferences, didn't fucking matter. It was penalties that was a huge reason why we lost this game. It was the lack that we couldn't be innovative and we couldn't adjust to what the defense was doing on the offensive side of the ball that we lost this football game. And I'm glad it's hailing outside right now in Buffalo because that ugly ass weather is a fucking huge detriment to why we lost. It goes really well. That ugly ass weather goes well with our ugly ass fucking game that we had with our Buffalo Bills. It goes well with it. I'm tired of it. Every week, 3.5 quarters, we play football. We take off in the third quarter. We don't show up until the last 7 minutes of the game. And fans expect us to luck by? It doesn't work like that, Bills Mafia. We can't keep praising these Bills for doing the same shit over and over and over again. At some point, when is it time for us to criticize this football team? To criticize the way that this offense lacks in the third quarter? When is it time? Is it finally time now that we can say, the Bills shouldn't fucking be playing for 3 quarters of football? That they shouldn't play for 3 quarters of football? This is the result that you're going to get. At some point, it's going to cost you. Today, it definitely cost us. I'm not blaming the defense today. Yes, the last 30 seconds, if you want to go all in, that's fine. But guess what? When you have 23 points early in the third quarter, and then you play like shit the rest of the second half. We couldn't set up Tyler Bass, who was hot today in field goals. We couldn't move the ball at will. We couldn't run the ball. We couldn't be innovative. We couldn't adjust to what the defense was doing to us. And this is the result that you're going to get. When your offense shows up in the first half and you have the inability to be innovative on the offensive side of the ball, when you have the inability to adjust to what the defense is giving you, at some point, this is the result that you're going to get. I'm glad that this happened to us today. I was mad. I was lost for words. And I probably should have recorded my reaction because it probably would have got 1 million views on YouTube. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm glad that this happened to us today because I hope that this loss finally wake up Bills fans. I hope that this loss finally wakes up Bills fans to see what type of team we are. We're a team that plays 3.5 quarters of football. We don't show up in the third. We show up in the last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter. But you know what? Today, this offense didn't show up until the last minute in the fourth quarter. This happened to us against the Rams. This happened to us against the Seahawks, even though we won that game. And again, I give a lot of credit to the Bills for that win. But what happened in the third quarter? Seattle dominated us in the third quarter, and it was 20-27. Again, I give credit to what the Cardinals did today. But if you actually look at the game, the Bills shot themselves in the foot more than Arizona put it on us today. Penalties, lack of innovation, lack of adjustments. And this is the result that you're going to get. At some point, the luck was going to run out. It did today. It did today. And I hope that Bills fans who've been criticizing me, it has not just been on this YouTube channel, it's been on the Facebook pages. And you guys know exactly who the fuck you are on Facebook. From the Bills Mafia Facebook group to all those Bills Facebook groups. You know exactly who the fuck you are. Every week, you have myself, other Bills fans, my friends out there, other Bills fans out there that are trying to point out the problem, that's trying to point out the issue. And all there is, oh, well, you're a fake fan. Oh, well, you should leave the group. You're not a part of Bills Mafia. You're an asshole. You're a cunt. Well, guess what, bitch? I hope this is the result you're going to get. I hope you finally see now what we've been trying to tell you guys for fucking weeks. I'm sorry for the vulgar language. But you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough. I've been pointing this shit out since week fucking 1. And I just hope now that Bills fans finally realize what the hell I've been trying to say. What other Bills fans who've been trying to be objective, who've been saying, you know what? I'm a Bills fan, but I don't we take off in third quarter and it's going to cost us. And guess what? Those guys have been called assholes. They've been getting death threats. They've been getting blocked and kicked out of Bills Facebook groups. They've been getting called with just disgusting. I mean, it's been horrible for us, for Bills fans like me. And I hope now that those Bills fans that have been calling us trash finally wake the fuck up. Once again, congratulations to the Arizona Cardinals. Congratulations to Kyler Murray. Congratulations to Cliff Kingsbury. Most importantly, DeAndre Hopkins for making one hell of a play. You guys absolutely deserve this victory. Bills fans, I don't know what's going to happen after the bye week, but we got the Chargers next. So all I'm going to say is we got to get ready. We got to get prepared. We still got a long season ahead of us. But Buffalo has to clean this shit up. They have to. When you're up 23-9, you can't keep letting these teams have fucking life. You have to continue to press the gas. And for any Bills fan out there that says, well, you know what, these teams are not going to let us do that. These teams are not going to let us do us. Look what the Dolphins are doing. 5 out of their 7 wins have been blowouts. Look at what happened today against the Chargers. Now we're 1 game behind. Now we're 1 game ahead of the fucking Miami Dolphins. Instead of being two wins now. Anyway, guys, Jan716, aka Jan Sports. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the rant, and I'm out.